everyone, Sarah Uranus here, Sailor Skyworld, Amara here, and today we're going to talk about, the Unstraight folks in Sailor Moon, and if Deke or Pioneer had to do what they had to do. First off, the first Unstraight folks that we happen to come across, that we happen to meet in Sailor Moon, would be, Zoisite and Malachite. In Deke's world, Zoisite was shifted into a woman, and a lot of folks over the years have scathed that under the grounds that Deke had no business shifting, that they thought that folks would have been, grown up enough or open-minded enough or understanding enough to let that fly. Well, if you are talking about today's followership, where the open-mindedness, the understanding, the trusting, and the learning about being unstraight, or folks who come out of being unstraight or see themselves as unstraight, is not where it was at that time. At that time, there was still a lot of folks who believed that if you were making a show, film, or play for children, then anyone who was unstraight was a no-no. I don't know if it was a true oversight or not, or it was just something that Deke did. Now, a lot of folks out there, let me know if there were any other Farsi or any other drawing show out there that did that. Now, a lot of folks will believe that it should have not been done. That Zoisite should have not become a woman. Well, in Deke's world, Zoisite was a woman, and sorry that was done. Sorry that someone at Deke made that call and felt that would have been too much for folks to handle or deal with at that time. What the fuck? Stop it. Alright. The next time that we deal with Unstraight, it comes in the 3-diff following. When you have Sailor Neptune, Sailor SeaWorld, and myself, Sarah Uranus, and Sailor Skyworld come into it. And Pioneer made the call to say we were near kin, was the only grounds they could come up with for our kinship. And over the years, a lot of folks have scathed Pioneer for doing that under the belief that it did not match up with what folks were seeing on the drawing show. And a lot of folks that may have already somehow, some folks that may have read between the rows and is like, yeah, they're unstraight lovers or whatever, and kinship isn't, and being near kin isn't going to cut it. Now, believe it or not, that was Pioneer's call. And some folks believe that Pioneer only did that to make fun of Deke for having to shift Zoisite into a woman. Now keep in mind that Deke's rights with Sailor Moon at the time was from between 94 YL till between 98 YL. And at 2000 isn't really that far away from that year. So I don't really think that it was a big shift of mindset that happened between 99 YL going to 2000, because that mindset was still there with some folks. So I don't think that the open-mindedness, the trusting, the understanding, of how it is now, I don't think it was a big shift. I think that happened over time with a lot of folks, but I don't think it happened as fast as between 99, well, 2000, here we are. Now, whatever grounds that Pioneer chose or Pathseeker choose to make us near kin, we'll never know. The last unstraight folk that we meet is in the forefollowing fisheye or fish's eye or whatever you want to call, whatever how the name you go that you want to choose. Now, fisheye or fish's eye or whatever the name is, they say that she was a he and that he was unstraight and liked to wear women clothing and, liked to go after men. Now, first off, after watching Pioneer's take and then the Viz's take, I don't see that anywhere. I don't know if that was true, but we'll just go on the belief that it was true. Then Pioneer had to shift fisheye or fish's eye into a woman. And you can't say that once again it was Pioneer making fun of Deke for having to, fish Zoisite into a woman way back in the first following of the show. Now, at the end of the day, a lot of folks gave that too, and felt that it was coming off as, hating on anyone who was unstraight. Now, keep in mind, if that was true, then that would mean that Deke and Pioneer were both guilty of the same mindset, the same belief, the same thought there. Whatever the grounds is, it happened, and there's nothing anyone can do about it. I mean, yeah, you can say nowadays you can say that more folks out there are more open-minded and more learning and trusting going on, with coming out being unstraight or just dealing with folks who are unstraight. Whatever the grounds was, Deke and Pioneer chose to do that. Now, if someone can show me a drawing show from Dawnland around that same time that none of that was done to, then we could say that it was only Deke and Pioneer that handled it that way. But I don't know if there was any other drawing shows around that time that came from Dawnland and didn't get that done to it. But I do believe at the end of the day, this is my belief here, before I end the film, is that I do believe that Deke and Pioneer, they did good work handling it. There could have been many other ways they could have gone by handling it, but they handled it in the way they felt that they could have handled it. But we'll never truly know why they chose to do it that way. Alright, I, Sailor Uranus, Sailor Skyrule, Amara, and we'll see you later.